Hi, I'm back, and I'm just gonna do a really short one today. So basically, I'm just gonna be kind of John Super Isaac, cause it's pretty fun to draw him, and I wanted to get another video out. So right now I'm just kind of doing like wavy eyes, and then here's his mouth. Just gotta draw his ear. And for his hair, I always do 3 spikes, some stuff here, and then like about 2 little hairlines for each thing. And then I draw his neck going off. And then for this one, I think I'm going to draw him beatboxing. Okay, and then the eyes gotta be kind of outstretched. And then here's his cheek. And then his mouth's just gonna be kind of like all the way over here. Like that. And from there, I just draw his teeth like this. Of course, I gotta add stretch lines to the skin. I think I'll actually connect the upper lip to the nose for this one. And then, of course, I just finish off his hair like this. And then actually, I think because he's beatboxing, I'll give him kind of like a warbly neck, And then one final one that's just gonna kind of be looking up. If you want to see more short videos like this, please let me know in the comments, because I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I feel like it's something that I could do more often, along with my more complex drawings. Okay, and then I'm just gonna be adding another layer. I'll have this one, just gotta lower the size, and then Super Isaac's like this nice kind of blue color. It's transparent. Okay, now it's good. Okay, I clearly gotta make it a bit smaller. And I think this is actually a pretty good size. So I'll just go in like this. Now I don't really want to be perfect with this, partially just so that I could, have the fun experience of making it without worrying about it being perfect. But also it is kind of charming to have some stuff, outside the lines. Just small imperfections. Then I'm gonna go in here. Gonna start filling this in. mouth. Just gotta fill in the ear. I'll do his neck later because that's kind of thin. And here is the rest of the body, or the rest of the head, colored in. Now I'm gonna make the brush a bit thinner so I could color in this neck. Okay. Almost finished with this. Then I just gotta do that. And then gotta color in the eyes. And there it is. Me and my family are gonna be staying at home for this 4th of July. Because we don't know how our dog's gonna react to the fireworks, so we don't want to leave him at home for that. You know, I forgot to color in this. But just gotta get the eyedropper. And there, it's filled in. And then finally, I just kind of gotta do the hair. And then after that, I just kind of gotta touch him up a little bit. Then I'll be done. What I think is fun is I drew him with a pencil and made the whole design with pencil before I thought about like coloring him in and stuff. So for places like his eyebrows, it's just hair. So I think that's pretty neat. Okay, then I'm filling in this part of the hair. There, that is. And one final thing. Then I think I'll make it bigger just so that filling in is easier. And I actually think I'll do a bit of the shading with the blue. I'll go a bit purple here, a bit darker. And of course I make the brush thinner so that it doesn't, so that the shadows aren't like too large or distracting. Okay. This is probably the most in-depth I've gone for a Super Isaac drawing. Well, other than those like realistic ones for the zoom-ins I plan on having if I end up turning the story into an animatic, which I don't actually, well, not an animatic, but like if I try like animating them, animating the story, like I've been thinking, and I might not really want to go down that route because I really like writing, and I've been writing the story down, and I think it would be pretty fun for people to read it. But I feel like I can't have the story written down and as an animated thing. Like I know it's like possible, but releasing them as the same thing without one being more of the main thing than the other, I don't know if that's like a viable option. Okay, I think I'm almost finished. And do I also want to add shading for the hair? I'm gonna zoom out again to figure out the answer to that question. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think a little bit of shading wouldn't hurt. Okay, I'm gonna make a bit more red and a bit darker. And then I'll just go in and, shade the hair. And there it is. I actually want to see what just the coloring looks like. Not too bad. And in the back, I don't want to make it, like too much of a thing, but since it's Pride Month, I thought it'd be nice if I made the back rainbow. Plus, it would fit with Super Isaac because he's, all fun and rainbows are really colorful. But you know what? I forgot to color in his eyes white. If I'm gonna have a colored background, I need to color in the eyes. Oh. Okay, actually need to add a layer below this one. And then that's gonna make it a lot easier to color in the eyes. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything right now. Or maybe it does. I could kind of see what's happening. Although that could just be my mind playing tricks on me, but if it doesn't look like anything's happening, it'll become a lot more apparent once I put in the background. Okay, I think I've finished. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to the airbrush. And I'm just gonna Start with red. Then I'll go orange. Actually, I think I need to, get the red a bit more red. And then yellow. Oh. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's a problem. Or it's a problem. It's not really. It's a problem. But anyway. Just gotta get the red back in there. Then I'll get the orange. Then the yellow. And then there's a lot of greens, so I'm just gonna add multiple greens. Gonna try to keep them a bit more contained though. And then nice blue. And finally purple. And there it is. Now just to add a little bit of contrast, I am going to make these guys glow a little bit. So I pop from the background. I actually really like the aesthetic that this is creating. It reminds me of like the early internet. And there we are. I really liked how this one came out. So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.